the option. Quick toss. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Tackled immediately after the catch.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his man. It's Bernard. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he just flat ran over it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
10th play of the drive coming up, at this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it out fast. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
Pickup of 1, it's down at the 11.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground.
Touchdown time! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense set for a first down play. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now the pitch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Crosses the 45. The expressway is wide open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Back to pass, it's Howard. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Leaves it with the back. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
They'll throw it on first down. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Howard. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw on second down. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. It's the better play there by the defense.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Tosses it back. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
And they go aggressive, Palmer. They're trying to go up top, trying to make a play. And how about them running the flea flicker, catching the defense off guard, but just missing it, just missing an opportunity to really create some momentum in a big play.
And you can't waste that opportunity, David. The flea flicker was set up. You can only call it once a game. You can't call it twice. They have the look. They just could not execute.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires downfield. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Ready to try the point after. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a player. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Hand off from the shotgun. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Just feeds the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And that's a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That's tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense,
Hits the accelerator to the right. The 40. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Going to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Just steamrolling the defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Zings it complete to the right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Milroe. Throws to the back. Got a man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's back to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They're trying to get to it. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick 6. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give him the lead.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the calls. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, Every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
To the air, it's Howard. Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw it again. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted. Bringing it back. The 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Trying to impose their will with the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to move it through the air. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Howard. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're at defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extreme.
Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Took a chance on that return, and it did not pay off as he's out of bounds at the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Tate. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Howard. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Working on the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Buys a little time with his feet. He chucks one out to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they went flea flicker, hoping to catch the defense off guard. I got to be honest, David. I don't think the defense was fooled. It was almost as if they were expecting that play. There was nowhere to go with the ball.
And you're trying to make the big play. And you're trying to capitalize on momentum and trying to create something and hit the home run. But you're right.
He'll take a deep shot here. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 35, Ohio State 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. It's Haynes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Back to throw. It's Milroe. He lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That is no fun for that wide receiver. Thinking you just ran all the way downfield. That. You're not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on?
He's looking for an open man on second down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
42, Ohio State, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to